Hi, I am going to be talking about PECS and how to implement it into a normal therapy session and what it looks like. So for this, I borrowed one of my clients' PECS boards that we would use during therapy. And for his PECS system, we would run it twice a session for 10 minutes. And we would use a data sheet that just simply we would record a plus or a minus for if the trial was successful or not. So if it required prompting, it would be a minus, but if they were independently able to decipher between the choices on the board and hand it to the instructor, then it would be considered a plus. So in this case, this client specifically is in phase 1 of PECS, so he's just starting out. So this is just what a simple PECS board would look like. And right now I have 2 choices on the board, one being a lesser preferred item and one being a highly preferred item. So we have a lot more choices to go along because obviously motivations, their MO will change, so we can decide what their highest reinforcer is by presenting these items and doing a preference assessment. And after deciding that is when we can put a lesser preferred and the item they chose as their highest preferred item. So how I would run this is I would present this to the client and I would lay it in front of them and I would say, okay, tell me what you want. And they will then point or grab, since it has Velcro, point or grab to the item, remove it, hand it to me, the instructor, and then I would provide the client with the reinforcing item that they chose. And then I will also state verbally the name of the item as I'm delivering it. So he handed me we'll call it the game controller. So he hands this to me, I take it, I hand him, and I say game controller. And then once I provide it to him, he is then allowed to play with the toy for 30 seconds. And then I will say my turn, and he will return the item to me, and we will start over again, and that'll be a whole new trial. So it'll be trial 2 after that. And I will continuously run this for 10 minutes. If they are unsuccessful in deciding what they want, so since I know this is what the client is highly preferring right now, I know this is what he wants and that the puzzle isn't necessarily something that is reinforcing to him, especially in the case of this is a non-preferred item that's in his program, so you just have to be familiar with the client as well to understand their non-preferred items, so to best make that judgment and be able to prompt them exactly where they need to go on the board. So as far as that is what a normal PECS session would look like, and as they get further into the stages, we will add more and more pictures, and eventually they'll be able to flip through a book and be able to go exactly to what they need and be able to scan all the pictures. So this is that stage of it. And I think as far as who is it best suitable for to use PECS with, in all my cases, it has been with clients who have more of a struggle with fine motor skills and that they're unable to make those fine motor movements to make up signs, to use sign language. So a lot of our kids we can easily prompt, or they can independently point or grab, and that is what is best for them and our nonverbal kiddos. So first we want to work on this and pair the name of the verbal with the item so that they are getting more and more language through that way too. So every time he hands this to me, I'm going to say game controller and just repeatedly embed that in his mind when we're doing that. So this is PECS. Thank you.